This evening, MASH 2019 is expected to be bigger and better than ever. 3 accidents in less than 2 weeks. What is being done about the recklessness on the road? In the region, Brazil's crackdown on violent gangs triggers violent backlash. And internationally, opioid epidemic on the rise in middle-aged American women. Greetings to our viewers in Guyana and around the world. Today is Friday, January the 11th, 2018, and this edition of Headline News is now being streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for joining us. In 2018, the Child Care and Protection Agency received and processed 4,352 cases of child abuse. Region 10 has the highest number of reports, followed by Region 4. Green said that most of these reports are sexual abuse and neglect. The Ministry of Social Protection, Child Care and Protection Agency responded to some 3,324 child abuse cases by the end of October 2017, an increase when compared to the same period in 2016, where 3,294 cases were reported. As efforts to continue to clamp down on illegal mining, Minister within the Ministry of Natural Resources, Simona Brooms, along with a team from the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission and the Guyana Lands and Surveys Commission, carried out a site visit to a dredge in 10 Miles Bartica yesterday and issued a cease work and removal order. GGMC Acting Manager of Mines, Krishna Ramdas, said a complaint was received on January 7, 2019, which alleged that mining operations were being done within the boundaries of Bartica's township. He said that the allegations were promptly investigated. Ramdas disclosed that investigations found that the dredge was operating on a prospecting permit and the owner of that permit was recorded as Samantha Charles. A cease work and removal order was, however, given. It was noted that while the operator, Mohammed and Bobby Rasul, had been complying with the orders, charges are expected to be laid. Esther Sobers tells us that another road accident has occurred on our nation's streets. Here's more.
3 road accidents were reported within the first week of the new year. As we ushered into 2019, drivers continue to violate road safety laws. Though these accidents were not fatal, several persons were injured in the latest road accident, which occurred Thursday night. A Route 41 minibus bearing number plate BWW 4714 flipped multiple times on Homestretch Avenue, Georgetown. According to a passenger, the driver appeared to be under the influence of alcohol. However, the driver fled the scene before the police arrived. 2 days ago on Mandela Avenue, a lorry truck toppled into the trench after the driver lost control. Also, just after midnight on Tuesday, a Toyota RAV4 crashed into a house on Bagasang Public Road, East Bangdamarara. This is the 8th time since 2018 that vehicles have crashed into the house. The driver, who is 18-year-old, said that the road was slippery, which caused the crash. For the year 2018, the Guyana Police Force has recorded a 50% decrease in fatal accidents and a 12% decrease in deaths. There were also an 83% decrease in deaths involving children on the road. Nonetheless, speeding has contributed to the cause of accidents. For Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. Don't go away. Coming up after the break, Mashramani is expected to be bigger and better than ever. But first, here's today's foreign currency exchange rates. For the latest in news from Guyana, the region, and beyond, visit our website, headlinenewsguyana.com.
place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go. Welcome back. The Mayor and Town Council of New Amsterdam reports that it has collected 5 times as much property taxes in 2018 compared to 2017. In addition, it has successfully collected 78% of its budgeted taxes for the year 2018. For the first time in its history, the municipality tax collection has met the 50 million mark. 54.3 million in property taxes were collected. More significant is the 18 million in interest on arrears collected. The arrears were $6 million. Also, Berbetians are being asked to desist from making fake calls to the Guyana Fire Service. This call was made by Deputy Officer in charge of the Guyana Fire Service Berbice Division, Clive MacDonald, after disclosing that there were 60 false fire calls for 2018. MacDonald, in an interview with the Department of Public Information, disclosed that the divisional head office recorded a total of 517 calls in 2018, a 78.85% increase compared to 2017. According to MacDonald, there were no false calls in 2017, but he noted that last year, most of the calls of such nature were received from residents of the Rose Hall to Corriverton areas on the Quarantine Coast, Berbice. The officer stressed that persons should quit such indiscriminate calling habits since it is punishable by a fine of up to $100,000 or imprisonment for 6 months. MASH is expected to be bigger and better than ever this year with over $100 million allocated for the annual celebration. Here's Wendell Jeffrey with more.
We have a folk evening which will be held at the Cultural Center Tarmac, and that's intended to have storytelling, folk dance, singing, all folk.
The old themes of Mashramani might be coming back in this, the 49th year of the celebration. The planners, the Department of Culture, are also vowing that this year's event will be bigger and better. The government has carved out some $100 million that will be expended on the event. Tamika Boswain, the Director of Culture, shared some details.
So we expect to have East Indian folk culture as well as Amerindian folk culture on display, along with Afro-Guyanese folk culture.
There will be several activities leading up to the grand finale of the Mashramani event. A Guyana Mashramani Facebook page has been created to provide the public with all the necessary information. For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Don't go away. Coming up after the break. Brazil's crackdown on violent gangs triggers violent backlash. And opioid epidemic on the rise in middle-aged American women. But first, here's this week's Bridge Attraction schedule.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's for dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go. Welcome back. Here's your regional and international news brought to you by Al Jazeera and NBC.
This is what the government promised. Tough on crime, tough on the criminals, a military presence on the streets, and the freedom to shoot first and ask questions later. President Jair Bolsonaro has sent 500 state troops to Ceará with the option of more to follow. The move comes after drug gangs operating from within prisons ordered several days of violence on the streets outside. Buses burned, bridges and state buildings attacked, and shopkeepers forced to close.
That was the first time we were forced to close. We usually work with the daily risk of being robbed. Now we need to worry about this too.
The cartel bosses were reacting to efforts to curtail their powers, including the use of mobile phones in their jail cells. 21 have been moved to other
Previous governments put gang members in different prisons. If not, they killed each other. However, this only empowered the gang members. They got strong both inside and outside prison, not just in this region, but across the country. Crimes are planned and ordered from inside prisons, so if you block mobile phone usage, you might control the gangs.
The government deployment has brought some degree of security and a return to normality, like rubbish being collected after more than a week. Jair Bolsonaro won both support and condemnation for his no-holds-barred campaign pledge to be tough on crime. The gangs have immediately shown their defiance. Fortaleza and the state of Ceará have become the first major battlegrounds in President Bolsonaro's war against violence in general, the drug gangs in particular. The gangs have spoken, the government has responded. The rest of Brazil is waiting to see what happens next. Daniel Schweimler, Al Jazeera, Fortaleza.
Dustin McKisson lost his mother Peggy too soon. She died in 2014 at just 56 years old.
She was prescribed something that she was told was safe and okay to use.
OxyContin for a knee injury turned in time to crippling addiction. Her last years of life spent desperate for the drug and withdrawn from her family.
She was alone when she died. She was not doing well, obviously, physically or I think mentally.
Women like Peggy, the face of an alarming trend. Overdose deaths among women ages 30 to 64 soaring 260% in the last 2 decades, the biggest spike in middle-aged women.
It is our moms and our aunts, our grandparents, our colleagues, the people we go to work out with.
And while men are still far more likely to die from an overdose, numbers show women more at risk than ever. Experts say a population often reluctant to ask for help.
The last thing that any woman I've ever met wants to say is, I'm imperfect. I'm not okay.
McKisson's advice, keep trying to get them the help they need.
Even though my mom's story ended in a tragic way, there are other stories that don't.
Katie Beck, NBC News.
Here's your 3-day weather forecast. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Friday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, headlinenewsguyana.com. You can also tune in Sunday morning at 6:30 for rebroadcast and Monday evening at 7 o'clock for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez signing out from this newscast saying thank you, welcome to your home, and do have a blessed weekend.